again. This is Jan Marino, and welcome to Take the Lead with Jan Marino. And today we're going to be talking to a woman who can really help us in a lot of different ways, because she's a woman after my own heart, because she's into image and how we look and how we dress and how we carry ourselves, and why that's important, because it is so important, especially today with everything being online, and especially when you're going through a transition. So I want to introduce you to Phyllis Marlene.
Hi there.
Hi. And why don't you tell us about your background, because it's really interesting, because you were a something and now you're a something else.
That's right.
So what was your other something?
Okay, so actually in my early roots I was a model and a ballerina, but then I went to engineering school, and I was an electrical engineer for 25 years. But I always had that passion for fashion, and as I looked around me, I have a well-rounded background in engineering, corporate life, leadership, but then I also had the makeup artist skills, the fashion sense, and I realized that as we get older, and as like you said, Jan, as we transition from maybe a new career, in or out of that,
Right.
or in and out of a new relationship, and as we get older and our bodies are transitioning, we get really uncomfortable, and I saw a real need to empower other women to feel great about themselves.
How does an engineer go one day and say, I'm not going to be an engineer anymore, I'm going to do this?
Well, I loved my engineering career, but I didn't like the office politics, and as I got older, it wasn't in alignment anymore with my core values.
Okay.
And I actually see everything in my image world through my engineering filter. So
tell us more.
yeah,
Yeah,
isn't that cool?
that is very cool. Tell us more about that.
So when I work with women and men on dressing for their body type, to me it's just a bunch of geometric shapes. You're either a rectangle, a pear, an apple, and it's like paper dolls. And to me, it's all about minimizing your liabilities and maximizing your assets. And it's the same with shading. It's the same with makeup. When I do makeup, it's all about the colors that go together.
Right.
And it's all shading to me. So I see that
Interesting.
all through my engineering filter.
That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. So what have you, I know you mentioned that you're writing a book, so tell us a little bit about that.
So, especially when you're in the tech world, you see that the only thing a lot of people do is they go back to school or they switch companies. And I saw a real need, because I did get into some MLMs and entrepreneurship about halfway through my corporate career. I saw a need to help others with a path to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So coming out in 2015 is my book, From Engineer to Entrepreneur, Life After Corporate America.
Cool. Absolutely cool. Okay. So tell us what is that going to be about?
So that's all about empowering yourself to make a change. It's really about digging deep as we go through the transitions we were talking about, and really thinking about what our core values are and what our passions are and what we could do all day even if we didn't get paid for it. And then it's a process to go from where you are to where you want to be. So to follow your dreams. Maybe not what you were schooled for, but to really embrace those passions and your skills and combine them into something that you wake up every day and love what you're doing.
Okay. I work with a lot of people as well who are going through transitions. And the question I get most often, and I'll bet you do too, is where do I start?
Right.
I mean, people just don't know where to start. So what would be your advice to someone who wants to start transitioning and they just have no idea of where to start? What would you say to them?
Okay, so I actually have an intake that I do with my clients, and it all starts with, what's your personality? I have a bold personality. I'm more loud. I like animal prints. I usually wear prints versus solid. So when I meet with someone, I say, what's your personality? And what do you do? And what type of personal style and image and messaging do you want to portray? And then we take it from there with what colors look best on you, and And I always say it's real solutions for real people with real budgets, real clothing.
I think that's really important with real budgets and real clothing.
Right.
So give us an example of a client that's been kind of a challenge for you, in that maybe they wanted to change, but they just really didn't change.
Right. I can
Or
think
vice
of a
versa.
few of them. The main issue is that they're not comfortable. You want to always be genuine.
Right.
And you have to be comfortable. Putting someone into animal print or a print that isn't comfortable with it is just not going to work. But that's the hardest type of client that I have, is they would look so great, say, like with red glasses like you're wearing, but that is so outside the lines for them
Exactly.
that they can't get past it. So
Exactly.
it's like playing. It's, we got to try it, and, you look in the mirror, we'll take some pictures before and we'll take some pictures after,
Uh-huh.
and then we stretch what are they comfortable with.
Okay.
And we work within those boundaries.
So do you find that people really don't trust their gut instincts, their themselves? They have to ask other people, should I do this?
Well, women for sure like that reassurance.
Yeah.
And I think it comes down to, like you said, they don't know where to start.
Right.
They don't know what colors look best on them, and they don't know what shapes of clothing look best on them. But once you can, point that out to them, show them some examples, it's night and day.
Yeah, it really is.
Night and day.
And it's like opening them up finally. And you can really see them be excited for the way they look. And they carry themselves differently, don't you think?
Yes, and I always say beauty is skin deep, but confidence is not. If you get someone to the point where they feel good, they look good, they are unstoppable.
Exactly. So how can people get a hold of you? What's your website and all that good information?
So my image company is called TranSPAmation. So it's www.TranSPAmation.com. Instead of transformation, it's TranSPAmation.com.
All right.
You can always call me on my cell or text me is great, 847-910-6039.
Okay. All right.
And my email's a
Okay.
long one.
Okay, well, go.
It's Phyllis@buildyourbusinesswithstyle.com.
Oh, okay. So Phyllis at buildyourbussinesswithstyle.com. All right. One last thing. What is the upcoming in thing for next year as far as wardrobe goes?
Well, for spring, we have the bright colors again. Do you mean for spring or for fall?
Yeah.
The bright colors are back again. There's a really cool citrus
Ooh.
yellow that's coming back that actually looks good on a lot of skin tones.
I
And
can't
a lot more
remember.
brighter colors are coming for
Yay.
spring as we warm up in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, yeah, right. I hope we warm up. Listen, thank you so much. This has really been enlightening and very helpful.
Thank you.
Because people, they need to understand this. So I really appreciate you coming today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the
Thanks,
opportunity.
everybody.